So 我哋就嚟行到去中國領事館嗰度啦。So we're almost at the Chinese embassy where there's going to be a rally taking place for human rights issues. 我哋而家去緊中國嘅領事館啦。今日係會有個示威，係關於中國對人權法嘅問題啦，即係新疆啊、西藏、香港，而家個個都認為中國係根本係唔理權法嘅。會一陣會有個喺中國領事館嗰度應該有個示威嘅。So we're just trying to see if we can find any of the protesters outside the Chinese embassy, which is just ahead of us. So this is Portland Place where a few embassies are situated. 咁呢條街咧喺倫敦度都有幾間領事館嘅。我哋一路行去睇下有啲咩人喺嗰度。So although there's a lot of embassies on the street, the Chinese embassy is just up ahead. So we'll have a look and see how many people are gathered there. It's really cold today, so excuse the voice. I think I might have got a little bit of a cold. 而家把聲可能有少少敏感啊，開始感冒啊。我哋而家去睇下領事館咯，好似見到有啲旗啊喺領事館對面，我唔知道你哋見唔見到先啊。So I think we can see a few flags at the embassy or opposite the embassy. Don't know if you can see it already, but over to have a look. So咁咧，我而家 livestream 緊啦，我試緊一個新嘅 setup，我電話咧就掹咗一個相機嘅頂嘅，可以一路同你哋 stream 一路傾一路影相。睇下呢個 setup 點啦。So I'm trying quite a new setup at the moment. Got the phone that's streaming mounted on top of the camera, so I can actually stream and take photos at the same time. Alright, let's see how it goes. Okay. Here you got the police liaison officers already. 咁呢啲係睇唔到，啱啱喺呢幾個人後邊因為英國嘅警察係睇住示威嘅，都睇到有幾啲人係 gather 咗喺對面街，我哋睇下一陣過馬路睇下，你唔使驚啊！我記得上次你哋係咁話我紅公仔過馬路，我而家等啊，你睇下，我等綠公仔先過。So a few of you commented that I was crossing the red man. which was fine for a rally because obviously everything's controlled and the police will stop the traffic. But because this is a static thing, I'm going to wait for the green person before crossing. 咁啊，睇到啊包堆草嗰啲連儂長旗啦，咁有啲人係為咗新疆示威啦，又有西藏香港支港英旗。So you can see it's quite a number of things being protested. So you've got the Lenin Wall flag by Badiou Tsao, the Chinese dissident artist. You've got the East Turkestan flag. You've got the Tibetan flag there. Also got the behind this car here, you've got the Falun Gong practitioners. So are there any counter-protesters yet? No, not yet.
He's going to continue. Yeah, I'm the only one. Trust me, we're standing for the people. Over my dead body. They might do what they do in Hong Kong. Let them try it over here. They can come and kill me now. I'm standing for these people over my dead body. This is just starting now. Trust me. Last peak were the Nazis, right? Trust me. Get me on it. Ping. Right, watch. You're going down. To the people of China, we're with you. Right? You stand up against this Communist Party, right? Yeah. We're not against the people of China. We're against the Communist Party of China. So God bless and love to my brothers and sisters in China. Stand up for the people of Hong Kong. Over my dead body will continue. I'm not the only one. Last people were the Nazis. Right, I'm going to get on to filming myself, but God bless you, right? We're with you.
Can I just speak to you and just ask you, are you a British person yourself?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so what has got you interested in this? Because obviously there's a lot of news going around where people in Hong Kong are saying... No. There's a lot of news going around in Hong Kong where people are saying Britain isn't doing anything for Hong Kong. Do you believe that?
No, the people of Britain don't know. My videos, I'm on ask the normal people, do you know anything? Let me just ask this now. Do you know anything about what's happening in Hong Kong now? No, you don't. No. That's what I'm saying. These people, no one knows what's happening. It's been covered up because everyone's got their fingers up the backside of China's money, right, yeah? So people don't know about it. People of Hong Kong, please believe me, people don't know. My videos will prove that. That's what I'm trying to point out to people, and I'll give you that. So people don't know about this. When they do, watch it start to change.
So what got you interested in...
I've always fought for good.
Okay.
Brilliant. For good. I've been at Parliament Square. I've just setting up my phone. I was at the Parliament Square Peace Campaign with Brian Hoy. He was there for 10 years, and it's peaceful protests. Yeah.
And just for a background, he was the protester that was outside Parliament for 10 years. Started about the Iraq War, and he was there pretty much until he passed away.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. It was a great thing. Barbara Tucker was there with him as well. She was on hunger strike, and I actually stopped doing that because it wasn't anyone to take over the campaign, and they would have died there. And it wouldn't have been for a worthless cause. But I actually stopped Germany and going on the hunger strike. But you know what I mean? Because she was actually the only woman ever to be arrested in this world for an umbrella. And it was only for peaceful purposes. So I'm just a normal man on the street, and I'd say to everyone, just get up. You've got to be peaceful. Gandhi was the only one who ever done anything against this British government and this British Empire, yeah? Because he sat down like they did in Edward Square the other day when there was a protest, yeah? Sit down. For one, the cameras can look right across the top of everyone, right, yeah? The film crew can look, and they can't just come in and start beating us all. Sat down, and they killed a few, and they went, we've got to run away here, because what happens is, they couldn't have gone for history now, saying the British Empire went to in cold blood. They didn't fight back, they never laid it down. They never let it down, just like the Nazis. So the British Army had to run away, and it's the first time it ever happened. Gandhi was the greatest, and that's because they're peaceful. Right, they're going to start now, so thank you very much. But listen, please, everyone, if you're watching this from outside of Hong Kong, stand up. It's going to fall anyway. It's the case we need to get this going, because there's people dying, there's people jumping out of buildings, and they're unconscious before they jump. It's magic trick to the CCP. Thank you very much. Peace. Thank you, sir.
So that was a YouTuber who deals with human rights issues. He just managed to catch me off guard there. I'm quite YouTuber 嚟嘅，即係講人權關於人權嘅事情。咁啱啱係冇預到佢會同我哋傾偈。咁我哋睇翻呢度示威呢個行程有啲咩發生？佢好似係唔會有遊行嘅，就咁喺領事館出邊嘅啫。咁中國領事館咧就喺我哋後邊啱啱呢度。咁我而家喺條馬路中間咁好多行家都出咗嚟，睇到。So just in the middle of the road, in between the embassy and the protesters. So we'll see how we get on. It's a few.
My name, if you want it on there, yeah, invent, like invent, and then and stick invent straight next to it, you know what I mean? It's a product one. So, yeah, thank you very much. But if anyone wants to look on there, I'll be live streaming on Periscope as well. God bless, thank you.
咁啱啱呢度咧有兩個人戴咗一個習近平同 Winnie the Pooh 嘅面罩啊。So you can see their mask half. We'll go see if we can talk to some of the protesters in a bit. So let's cross over, let's have a look and see what's going on. So there's 6 demands now. So a declaration that China has breached the joint declaration, introduce sanctions against human rights violations, include human rights related clauses in any trade deal, provide greater protection to BNO passport holders, demand the Chinese government release political prisoners, raise awareness of human rights abuse committed in China. So it's an umbrella with a lot of slogans written on it. So let's see if we can see any of them. So, small Winnie the Poohs. No, so we're in the middle of the protest at the moment. 咁我哋而家喺啲示威者中間，咁睇下我哋。So it's wait for the traffic to clear. Let's go.
The most recent one was Benedict. Well, effectively, I worked with Christian Solidarity Worldwide, and we do a lot of work on that. Okay, yeah.
So that's probably best to find the people with masks just in case.
Take pictures forward down there because then you can go there.
So can I just ask you, what's your background and why are you involved in such a protest at the moment?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Hi, so we're streaming at the moment. Yeah. So just wondering, because there's been a lot of news in Hong Kong about how there's a general feeling that people don't really understand outside of China. So what's your own background and why are you involved in this today?
Well, basically coming from the area that we've come from, it's a very diverse and multicultural place.
And which is the area, if you don't mind?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I should disclose that or.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's
I'd rather
fine.
not,
That's
but
fine.
It's a very multicultural and diverse area. So then, sort of having that stripped away from other people and being able to sort of interact with so many different places and learning, that's sort of something I feel is important to what's the word? To keep and to maintain as stuff. I feel it's like the British population, we have a moral obligation to notify our government, who also have a moral obligation under the Sino-British Joint Declaration to sort of notify this and sanction China as well. So that's literally what we're trying to do today.
Okay. And have you been keeping up with what's going on in terms of both sides of the rhetoric, or?
I will not. It's a very multifaceted thing, and I can't say that I know everything, or even maybe that I know a lot. But I know that I do want to maintain the. You know, just as humans, we owe them that to be able to maintain the freedoms that we take for granted as well.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My location.
So let's try and get around to. Just trying to see what's going on here. Should probably walk inside, but never mind. 啱啱喺啲欄杆出邊我，咁影下相，跟住睇下仲有冇人可以訪問。So recognise that umbrella. That's the umbrella of Ben Rogers. So looks like there's probably speeches going on. So let's get back inside.
We're going to start now. Just make sure that we have enough room for passersby to walk through. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to today's Stand with Hong Kongers, Stand with Uyghurs, and Stand with Tibetans London rally. Today, many communities across the UK came together in solidarity with both the oppressed Uyghurs and Tibetan people and the downtrodden citizens of Hong Kong. Today we come here to condemn the crimes against humanity of the People's Republic of China, while also calling on the UK government to take a much harder stance and sanction those who have committed human rights abuse. Today we have a long list of speakers, representatives from different communities and from different faiths and religions. We have Benedict Rogers, many people who know him as the co-founder of Hong Kong Watch and the chair of Human Rights Committee for Conservative Parties, and among many things. We also have Dalha Tsering, chairperson of Tibet Committee in Britain, Father Dominic Robinson, Justice of Westminster Justice, and Cheng, a tortured former UK consulate staff. We also have Rahima Mahmut, from World Uyghur Congress, and then Sheldon Stone from the Jewish, and Peter Tatchell, human rights, green, and LGBT activist. Lastly, we will have I can't pronounce his name. Ajmal Masroor. Sorry, yeah, he will be the last to speak. And today, people who come to our rallies often will find that we have a new co-organizer, One World Movement. We are always delighted to see that the new organization coming here to show solidarity and the initiative is organizing rally with us. Without further ado, One World Movement. On behalf of the newly formed One World Movement, I'd like to thank all of you for being here today. We stand together with 26 cities across the globe. For the sake of our humanity, we must join together to show the British government and the British public will not sell their souls for Chinese blood money. I'll now introduce Benedict Rogers as said from the Hong Kong Watch Speak Next. Thank you very much. Try not to fall off. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great privilege to be here today. I want to start by thanking you for coming out in such large numbers to speak out and stand with the people of Hong Kong, the Uyghurs, and Tibet. And I congratulate the organisers for their amazing work in putting this together. Today, wearing a black t-shirt that says "Fight for Freedom, Stand with Hong Kong," and holding a yellow umbrella, which thankfully I don't need for the weather, but I brought as a symbol of solidarity with Hong Kong. But I could just as easily be wearing a t-shirt that says "Fight for Freedom, Stand with the Uyghurs," "Fight for Freedom, Stand with Tibet," "Fight for Freedom, Stand with all the other people in China who are facing appalling human rights violations, Falun Gong practitioners, Christians, lawyers who have disappeared or been disbarred, people whose organs are harvested, bloggers, dissidents, so many different people in China who are facing the worst crackdown on human rights under Xi Jinping's regime, worst crackdown since Tiananmen certainly, and possibly since the Cultural Revolution. So I'm here to stand with all of you. Xi Jinping's regime is committing some of the worst mass atrocities of the 21st century, and at the same time is destroying what was until fairly recently one of the freest cities in Asia. And it is particularly timely that we are standing here today, because in Hong Kong today, a peaceful protest was met once again with tear and pepper spray and violence. An elderly man being beaten by the police. Some of the events today in Hong Kong took place in and around a place called Ice House Street. And I began my work life when I graduated from university in Ice House Street. My first job was there. I lived in Hong Kong for the first 5 years after the pandemic. And it is heartbreaking to see what is happening there today. And so it is all the more important that as it becomes more and more difficult for people in Hong Kong to protest freely, that we use our voice here to speak up for them. Is committing crimes against humanity. A recent tribunal led by the prosecutor of Sheldon Stone, those crimes against humanity, they concluded that what the regime in China is doing
amounts to crimes against humanity, and in the words of the judgment, people interacting with the Chinese regime must do so in the knowledge that they are interacting with a criminal state. I want to say to the men and women in the building behind me, opposite us, that if they have any conscience, if they think that what we are saying today may just be true, come on out of that building and join us on this side of the street and work for freedom and democracy and human rights for all the people of China. But here in Britain, we have a responsibility to urge our own government to speak out as well. I wrote to the Prime Minister privately 3 weeks ago, setting out my concerns and recommendations on what the government should do. I have not yet had a reply. But I have 5 demands, and not one less, for the British government. And these demands apply not just to Hong Kong, but to the Uyghurs, to Tibet, to the whole situation in China. Firstly, the Prime Minister should speak out himself, particularly on Hong Kong, and has a specific responsibility morally and legally on Hong Kong. Secondly, I believe that he should mobilise the international community by organising and initiating an international contact group to bring together like-minded countries to work in response to the crisis in Hong Kong and for the Uyghurs and Tibet. I believe that we should be imposing sanctions on those responsible in China and in Hong Kong for serious human rights violations. We should say no to Huawei, because not just as a threat to national security here, but Huawei is complicit. Huawei is an accomplice to the crimes against humanity that the Uyghurs are facing. And we should be calling for an international inquiry into these brutalities in Hong Kong and an international inquiry into crimes against humanity faced by the Uyghurs. It's clear that no independent inquiry is taking place in Hong Kong, and so now the international community needs to organise that inquiry. And so I conclude by saying this. That the Uyghurs are facing, that the Tibetans are facing, and that people in Hong Kong are facing, and people throughout China, until they stop, and until the British government does its duty, I will not stay silent. I will continue to speak out, I'll continue to protest, I'll continue to advocate, I'll continue to do whatever I can to speak out for all of you. Because if we don't speak out now, today, we will face the same challenge tomorrow. China, and I want to make it clear, this is not an anti-China protest. This is a pro-freedom and a pro-human rights protest. I love China. I spent most of my adult life in and around China. I do this because I want Chinese people and China as a country to be free and to have human rights and dignity. Again. And I will not stop, and I'm sure you won't either, until the day comes when everyone lives freedom and peace. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next we have Sheldon speaking on behalf of the Jewish community.
Hello, can you all hear me?
Hello, can you all hear me?
Yes.
Oh, what a fantastic turnout. We've got about 3 times as many people as we had when I was last out here on the 5th.
And I really want to thank
the young fantastic people of the One World Movement
who have set this up
on such short notice.
And I think we should give them a big round of applause and appreciation.
Thank you.
Now, I'm no one in particular, I don't hold any particular position. As hospital myself. I'm going to be retiring, and one of the things I'm doing is fighting for the freedom of the Uyghur Muslims. And I can tell you that as a practicing Jew, that the plight of the Uyghurs has been registered by the Jewish people. In the last couple of weeks, I've been talking to all sorts of people, from the chief rabbi to the Israeli ambassador, to the Jewish Voice for Human Rights, who are going to be campaigning for a year on this and on no other issue. I can tell you that the Jewish community of Great Britain stands with you. And not only are we concerned about the Uyghurs, but all victims of Chinese repression, the Tibet are a concern. A few months ago, when I read in the Israeli press the accounts of survivors of the concentration camps in Xinjiang, I was so appalled. I thought we have to do something. The experiences reported by them are so familiar to us Jews. Mass internment in concentration camps with tales of appalling atrocities leaking out as people escape or be released to be received by a world that is not doing enough. This speaks to our historical experience for centuries, for millennia. Not only about the days when we were enslaved by the Egyptians, but our days in the Nazi concentration camps and our days in the Soviet Gulag. And it also speaks to our deepest ethical and religious principles. Love your neighbor. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Love your neighbor as yourself. Do not do what is hateful to you to other people. We know what it's like to be in the situation of the Uyghurs, with too few people speaking for us. So we now speak out, and we stand with the Uyghur Muslims, and we say to China, and I want you all to say it with me, close the camps.
Close the camps!
Close the camps.
Close the camps!
Close the camps.
Close the camps!
Speaking up fulfills the other ethical principle we hold here. Do not stand idly by as the blood of your brother is shed. In Judaism, when we say brother, when we say neighbor, we don't just mean fellow Jew, we mean any human being. For as our sources say, if I am only for me, what am I? If not now, when? And now is the time for Jews, people of all faiths and none, to stand with the Uyghurs. We were too late, the world, to help Tibet. We were too late for the Falun Gong. But now, standing over here, poised as usual, in our purple coat with Rahima Mahmut. This is a wonderful representative of the World Uyghur Congress. And I am working with her to try and establish a cross-community coalition to close the camps in China, where Muslims, Christians, Jews, other faiths, and all secular peoples can come together. Now we will soon be meeting with Chinese experts to decide on the most effective strategy. But we believe China is vulnerable to economic pressure and Now you're all here, and it's great to see you all here. But I am going to ask you to do something for us. When you go home, sign every petition asking for a Uyghur Act, and that Uyghur Act should do many of the things on the leaflet demonstration. We must ask the government. These are the surveillance systems that underpin the repression. Boycott Chinese cotton. Nearly all of it comes from forced labour. Ask them to boycott Beijing 2022 and lobby the IOC to remove the Winter Olympics in China. And the government should be requiring our universities to end their collaboration with institutions and industries involved in the repression, and to investigate and, if necessary, ban the Confucius Society from China. I'm going to close with a little Jewish legend for you. It is said that when we fled, came out of Egypt, and we went across the Red Sea, and we were followed by Pharaoh and his armies, and they all perished. It is said that Pharaoh actually survived, and he survived to become a tyrant in every single generation. The Romans, the Greeks, the Babylonians, the Nazis, and the Soviets. And you know what these empires all have in common? They have finished. And the supremacy of the Chinese Communist Party will also perish. How fast it perishes is up to us. So please, go home, sign those petitions, write to your MPs, and urge your friends to boycott Huawei, boycott Chinese cotton, and boycott Beijing 2022. And then you really will have stood with the Uyghurs and all those facing Chinese repression. Not to be so nasty, to be China. Thank you. Rahima Mahmut, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for coming together this cold afternoon of Chinese Embassy. I can see many of your faces are masked because you're afraid of this very government, this very regime of identifying you. If this is true, then it's a shame on the Chinese regime. It's a shame on the people who suppress their own people, and people have to be afraid of showing their faces. It is a shame that we live in a world in which people have to still hide. Ladies and gentlemen, we're all human beings. And as human beings, we have all equal right to dignity and freedom. And if any regime denies us our basic right and freedom, we stand together against such regime. We stand together. And I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it is true, as my earlier speaker, we're against the communist regime of China. We're against such repressive regimes, wherever they are, whether they're in China or in any other part of the world. I'd like to say to you, I'm an imam in London, and for many of you, well, ladies and gentlemen, in our millions, in our billions. We're all Uyghur people here. Supporting Uyghur people here today. The Chinese regime, take it from me. Take it from the world around. You may be able to suppress the of people of the world who support the Uyghurs. It is so sad to see and hear from my friends that the concentration camp that we see and we saw in history, it's being repeated in China by communist regimes, and it is a shame that hasn't done enough to say to Chinese government, enough is enough. Shut down those concentration camps now. Shut them down, or we will vote for you. Shut them down, or we will stop trading with you. Our government is afraid. What are they afraid of? Afraid of our freedom, afraid of our dignity, afraid of our honor. When we as human beings become afraid of protecting each other, we might as well not call ourselves human beings anymore. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have one clear message to give to Chinese government. Remember, we are for Chinese people, and we are for human rights. We are for freedom. We are for democracy for all people. We are against Chinese regime. We're against China who oppresses their people. And we want to say to the Chinese regime, close down the concentration camp now. Say it with me. Close down the concentration camp now.
Close the concentration camps now.
Close down the concentration camp now.
Close down the concentration camps now.
Shut them down now.
Shut them down now.
Shut them down right now.
Shut them down right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go. People will live on. People of Tibet have lived on. And many other people have lived on. These regimes will disappear. And like Pharaoh, they will have no space to fight on the earth except indignity and disgrace. Ladies and gentlemen, we stand together as human beings for our rights. We are together for our freedom, for our honor, our dignity, and our democracy. Long live people of Uyghurs. Long live
Uyghurs! Long live Uyghurs!
Long live Uyghurs! Long live!
Long live Uyghurs!
God bless you all, and thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Freedom for Uyghurs! Close the concentration camps.
Freedom for Uyghurs!
Freedom for Uyghurs!
Close the concentration camp!
Close the concentration camps!
Release political prisoners! Release political prisoners!
Release political prisoners!
Release political prisoners!
Release political prisoners!
Say no to Huawei! Say no to Huawei!
Say no to Huawei!
Say no to Huawei!
Say no to Huawei!
Say no to Chinese interference!
Say no to Chinese interference! Say no to Chinese.
Stop the human rights abuse now!
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 No human rights, no trade deals!
No
No human rights, no trade deals. No human rights, no trade deals. China has agreed to join declaration. China has agreed to join declaration. China has agreed to join declaration. China respects the joint declaration. Has breached the joint declaration. China has breached the joint declaration. China has breached the joint declaration. Human rights sanctions in China now. Human rights sanctions in China now. Human rights sanctions for China now.
Human rights sanctions for China now.
UK reveals rights for British national overseas.
Next.
Release political prisoners.
Release all political prisoners.
Release political prisoners.
Release political prisoners.
Release political prisoners.
Political prisoners.
Stop the human rights abuse now.
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 No human rights, no trade deals.
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 No human rights, no. Human rights sanctions in China now.
Human rights sanctions to China now.
Human rights sanctions in China now.
Human rights sanctions to China now.
Human rights sanctions for China now.
Human rights sanctions to China now.
Say no to Huawei.
No to Huawei.
Say no to Huawei.
Say no to Huawei.
Say no to Huawei.
Say no.
Say no to Chinese interference.
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 Okay,
Boycott Beijing 2022. Boycott Beijing 2022. Boycott Beijing 2022. Close the camps. Close the camps. Boycott Chinese cotton. Boycott Chinese cotton. Freedom for Uyghurs. Freedom for Uyghurs.
close the concentration camps. Freedom for vegans. Close the concentration camps. Our next speaker is Untitled Chapter, introduced before the human rights queen and LGBT activist. I'm very honored to join you here today. Stand in solidarity to the people of Uyghurs, Hong Kong, Tibet, and all of China. This is many different struggles, but one fight against tyranny, on which we can all unite. And successful.
I want to pay tribute to all of you because international solidarity is so important. When the photos and stories about these protests are sent back to Tibet, the Uyghur region of Hong Kong and China, the people there will have confidence to know that you have stood in solidarity. Your support matters. It gives people suffering a psychological and emotional boost. They know that you care. They know the world is watching. And Beijing must know that too. The world is watching Beijing. We are watching what you do. The suffering you inflict. And we will not look the other way. We will not walk the other side of the road. We will not cast our eyes downwards. We will demand justice and freedom for the Uyghur people. Hong Kong and all China. We know that many of you have come here from many different backgrounds. I've been a rights campaigner for 53 years. I began when I was 15. I never thought that so many of these battles would still have to be fought today. What they do. And in the 53 years I've been campaigning, I've seen so many successes. So many things that people said were here to stay are finally in history. Apartheid in South Africa. General Franco's regime in Spain. The tyranny of Cheng in Chile. It's all history. And so will be the oppression of the Uyghur, Hong Kong, Tibet, and Chinese people. One day, we will all be free. Join me in saying, one day, we'll all be free.
One day, we will all be free. One day, we will all be free. One day, we will all be free.
I'm from Scotland. My life work for the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community. I'm gay myself, but I recognise that human rights are universal and indivisible. Wherever everybody is suffering, where everybody is suffering under the yoke of tyranny, we all have a duty to stand together and support. Because that's how you make change happen. In South Africa, when there was apartheid, they brought together the entire cross-section of South society. Not just black and coloured people, but also Indians and Chinese, white people, Christians, Muslims, Jews, and people of other faith and no faith, trade unions, schools, universities, women's groups, gay groups, all kinds of people came together, and it was their collective strength that enabled apartheid to finally be defeated. Today, we are here because we believe that principle. That the Uyghur people, the people of Tibet, Hong Kong, and all those oppressed in China itself, they deserve our support. We know that they need our support, and we about the Chinese. It claims to be communist. Chinese government claims to be communist. That is a total joke. China is a state capitalist society, is rather pluralist, most is as bad or worse as in any Western capitalist society. The Chinese regime is using the language of communism to recognize their own territory. In a true communist state, you wouldn't have rich and poor. You wouldn't have farmers who put their land to make way for roadways. You wouldn't have villages demolished to make way for land without adequate compensation. So let's take a laugh when they call themselves communists. They are a police state where the privileged minority lorded over the minority. When it comes to what to do, if China had done the high, they'd open the doors and let journalists, human rights defenders, if China had done the high, they'd open the doors and let human rights defenders, journalists, United Nations and others enter. The fact that they won't shows that there is a problem. But China is so reluctant to allow any independent investigation of the Uyghur region shows they do have something to hide. So what do we do? We've heard the call for sanctions. There's certainly to be sanctions, not against Chinese people, but against believers. A travel ban, an asset freeze, and the issuing of international arrest warrants for those who are guilty of the human rights abuses in the Uyghur region, Hong Kong, Tibet, and the rest of China. That's the very least that any government can do. And every government in the world signed up to the International Rights Convention has the power to issue those arrest warrants. Of course, they may be difficult to execute, but sending those warrants sends a signal. It sends a signal that these people are guilty of crimes against humanity, and that there is a warrant for their arrest and their trial. It may not stop them, or it may stop them, but it may cause them pause the law, that they too will one day eventually end up in the dock, as did Sheldon Stone, as did Charles Taylor, and many others. So finally, we are here because we care. Because we stand in solidarity with those who are suffering. We know that no tyranny lasts forever. Every tyrant has their fall. The Nazis promised a 1,000-year right. It lasted all of 12 years. Well, certainly the oppression in China, Hong Kong, Tibet, and the Uyghur region has gone on for much longer than 12 years. But it will have its fall. One day we will be free. Thank you.
Next,
Fantastic speech.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for inviting me today. Great to see so many people here from different groups, different parts of our very diverse society in London. People of no faith, all of you. The situation in China and Hong Kong and many other countries. I'm here to be in solidarity with you that the partial justice and peace. I'm very pleased of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Westminster, that is the Catholic Church in this part of London, indeed of most of London. As Cheng together, we believe in the importance of justice and of peace. And we believe that violence, repression, and the violation of human rights are totally unacceptable in society today. Are never the answer. I'm going to just quote from our leader, Pope Francis, in his message for the World Day of Peace, which he issues every year on the 1st of January. Thank you. Pope Francis said, we need to pursue a genuine fraternity based on our common origin from God and exercise in dialogue and mutual trust. Now this is a Christian message, but I believe that it isn't just for religious people. It's about basic humanity, a call to true humanity. Pope Francis goes on to say, the desire for peace lies deep within the human heart, and we should not resign ourselves to seeking anything less than this. Now, I'm not here today to talk about issues of religious freedom or to talk politics regarding disputes between the Chinese government and other nations and peoples. At this time, I'd like to call for that spirit of dialogue and understanding which aims at peace and justice in the midst of an extremely worrying situation. The people of Hong Kong deserve this. Every human being who we believe deserves respect in society. The common good deserves this. So thank you so much for showing your support today for this really vital cause. If you pray, please do join with us Christians praying for justice and peace. And if not, then solidarity with you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Father. Our next speaker is Cheng, who has been with the culture of former UK consulate staff.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your coming. About a half year. I can feel your energy to stand here and the energy about the brutal suppression now in Hong Kong. Not long time ago, we could never, ever imagine how prosperous and one civilized place like Hong Kong, whose citizens were proud of its rule of law, could be as worse as such as human rights abuse in Tibet and Cheng. Things always not go on the way we hope. But the difficulties we are facing, making us no longer regard just for making quick money for a while in an expedient way, but at home we care where we belong, the identity as Hong Kongers, as one to face the coming ups and downs. After the tears we shed for democracy in our history, because we love this beautiful city. So some brothers have left but fight there, and even some sisters like us have left where we are keep fighting here. Not long time ago, although we show compassion, but just show few connections with Tibetans, Uyghurs, Falun Gong protesters, underground Christians, and because we Hong Kongers want to live the autonomous constitutional system, the unique function of global actor and international attention would remind Beijing to spare the power. But things change a lot and faster than what we being more aggressive. The joint declaration. The two systems can be overridden by one country, and the basic which protects the civil rights and freedom has been redivided and curtailed by Beijing. The encroachment on freedom in Hong Kong has been lasting for the past 20 years, bit by bit, drip by drip. Even we didn't realize how fast and how serious it is until the situation worsened at a point we realized the so-called two system is just up to Beijing's mercy. Then we made up our mind to fight whatever would cost. However, and this courage sadly, finally made us to see tyranny. We finally feel that pain, so now we wake up. We see that bloody suppression. We see our younger sisters had gone missing, being tortured, being thrown into the sea, being fell from the building, being committed suicide, being taken with political interrogation, and being confessed as a criminal. To Hong Kong, we have once free to know how turbulent it was. It once happened in mainland China. In mainland China history. But we are too less experienced to take that suppression. And it is too hard to live, but too real to not accept. Finally, we can hear your shouts. And we echoed with batons, Uyghurs, violent prisoners, underground Christians, human rights lawyers, civil rights defenders, and other dissidents in mainland China. So, today, we stand together, support together, defend together, and we fight together. Bystanders may say we should be more aggressive and sensible enough to think about the human rights issues which may happen far away from their own place. They may say how fortunate of the violence should be used from both sides. However, this systematic violence and state suppression is harm, and it lasts for many years. Suffragettes, if you even not think, if you even not think using friends, but feel it using heart, how natural you will see now that radical response from protesters is the tyrant, not the people who caused the violence. Now, only we take mindset to think of others, but even to Taiwan. We start to look up to Taiwan, where it's not developed as global business, but well developed on vibrant democracy. We start to appreciate and even envy the tranquility there. We start to envy the tranquility there and even the kindness of the people. Toilet papers on their hands. Propaganda attacking on us would never ever win. Only in such difficulties we can see that bright side of humanity. Encouraging enough, we are becoming more matured and the historical landslide victory in district council elections in Hong Kong. We also of the general elections in Taiwan. And we let the world orderly see the regime as benevolent as just dishing out money, govern the people in terror. Even if one day, sisters, even if one day, sadly, the Hong Kong fall with this big brother, then we save the democracy and freedom in Taiwan and the rest of the world. How optimistic, not pessimistic it is. Because we have nothing. We have nothing to lose but what we fight to win the future unborn millions to come. So finally, I want to say thank you for all of you, for those people having arrested, having disappeared, and now fortunately we are stand here. Thank you for you all. Liberate Hong Kong, and it's our time for revolution. Thank you.
Fight for freedom! Fight for freedom! Stand with Hong Kong! Fight for freedom! Stand with Hong Kong! Freedom for Uyghurs! Close the concentration camp! Freedom for Uyghurs! Close the concentration camp! Freedom for Tibet! Freedom! Stand with Hong Kong! Stand with Hong Kong! Stand with Hong Kong! Stand with Hong Kong! Freedom for Uyghurs! 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 Close the concentration camp! Close the concentration camps! Close the concentration camp! Close the concentration camp! Close the concentration camp! Close the concentration camps! Freedom for Tibet! 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 Freedom for Tibet!
Fight for freedom! Fight for freedom! Fight for freedom!
chairperson of Tibet Committee.
No. All you, hey, come on to me.
You're going to be playing the national anthem.
You are beating up women. You are attacking women in Hong Kong, and here you are standing today. You are attacking women.
We are not fighters. Fight for freedom. Stand with Hong Kong. Fight for freedom. Stand with Hong Kong. Freedom for Uyghurs. Freedom for Uyghurs. Freedom for Tibet. Fight for freedom. Stand with Hong Kong.
So there was a counter protester. He's just been taken away by the police.
Democracy for Hong Kong. Freedom for Tibet.
So we'll be here, but we're getting to Tibet first. Imagine that one guy comes like, you all kill women. It's like, okay, thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Free Tibet! Free Tibet!
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm representing here. We gathered here to commemorate the support group, and for this, I want to start with Hong Kong. It has been a tough days or months for Hong Kong till now. Where is the one country, two system to date when it was agreed? And to stand up to China, I urge British government and Prime Minister Johnson to stand up to China and speak up for the people of Hong Kong, for the democracy in Asia, as well as the religious freedom of the people of China. Secondly, we are here together to show our solidarity with the Uyghur people of East Turkestan. From Kashgar to Urumqi, the country has turned into a prison, and whole of the Uyghur people are under a mass prison camp. It looks like a mass prison camp. It is a mass prison camp, and world is silent to date. Pakistan, Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, all the Muslim countries, including Arabs, their religious freedom is snatched away. Their religious freedom is taken away, and you need to stand up. Whichever Muslim country is doing business with China, it is haram. They are taking the blood of Uyghur people. So stop doing business with China or Chinese government until the freedom of the Uyghur people is respected and given. Thirdly, Tibet. We have been under China for 60 years. With 60 years on, we are still here. We are still challenging, and we are still not dead. We are growing strength to strength. China, remember, Tibet will never die because there is no death for human spirit. And Tibet will never die. Truth will never die. Truth is stronger than weapon. Truth is stronger than suppression. And we have the truth. And Tibet is a country independent before 1950. Today, into 6 regions or 6 categories. 1 called Tibet Autonomous Region, 5 called prefectures, Tibetan prefectures in Qinghai, Tibetan prefectures in Gansu, Tibetan prefectures in Sichuan, and Tibetan prefectures in Yunnan. That is policy of Sinicization. That is policy of splitting Tibet deliberately. Now I want to speak about religious freedom. We are sad that China has announced, Chinese government has announced they will select the next Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama is 84 and they want to select next Dalai Lama. To date, if they really want to, they believe in reincarnation, they have to find a reincarnation of Mao Zedong first, not Dalai Lama. Hands off the reincarnation. Dalai Lama is a Buddhist and communist, please hand off. Secondly, my earlier speaker said that Catholics here, they support. Remember, in China, the Pope is not respected. Remember, they appoint their own priests who say yes and yes to CCP. Remember, in East Turkestan and other Muslim minorities in China, they select their own imam who will say yes, yes to the government of China. The good news is that we are here today. Today I see people from Japan, people from Bangladesh, everywhere gathered here. What we need to do is that people, we need to support of the government. So government of the world, now we have to push. People are here from all over the world. Now we need to push government to support people of Uyghur, people of Hong Kong, people of Tibet. Otherwise, Taiwan will go down as Tibet. Otherwise, Hong Kong will go down as Tibet. Don't let this happen. So please, we will be one voice. We will be one voice. We have. That is freedom. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you for everyone who is showing this Cheng and this rally. We just got notice from the police saying they noticed that some people shining laser pointer at that person. Help us that just so we shouldn't not to shine laser pointer, because when the police come in, the laser pointer actually shine on their, it's risking the shining on their eyes as well. So please don't shine any laser pointer. And Ben Roger also want to have a few more words to say with us.
I apologize, I don't normally speak twice at the same event, but there were 2 things that I thought that these would be good ways to begin to conclude this amazing and really important rally. The first is that I mentioned when I spoke earlier that I had written to the Prime Minister 3 weeks ago. The reason I wrote to the Prime Minister was that when I was denied entry to Hong Kong 2 years ago, you think of him, he actually took quite a good stand in my own specific case. He made a very strong statement and he summoned the Chinese ambassador. And so I thought, can I use that connection to appeal to him? He did something in one individual's case. It's time for him to stand up and speak out for the 7 million people of Hong Kong that Britain has a moral and legal obligation to. And so that's why I wrote to him. I set out to receive a reply soon, and it's been 3 weeks. See what I've been calling him to do, and you can join in that call to urge Britain to do its duty. But I also want to say this. I often describe myself as a Hong Konger. I might not look like one, but I call myself a Hong Konger for 2 reasons. The first is that I had lived in Hong Kong for 5 years, the first 5 years after the handover. And I loved that city. But I'm also a Hong Konger, and I believe all of us are Hong Kongers in spirit, because we believe in freedom. And Hong Kong is the new front line of freedom. And if Hong Kong loses its freedoms, we will be next. Our freedoms are directly threatened by the people in the building opposite. They're directly threatened, as we saw in a very small way, by one individual who just came a few moments ago. And so we need to defend our stand for our values, Hong Kong, for the Uyghurs, for Tibet, for all the peoples of China. And so today I want to say, I am a Hong Konger, but I am also a Uyghur, and a Tibetan, and a Falun Gong practitioner, and a Chinese Christian, and a Chinese lawyer, and a Chinese blogger, and a Chinese dissident. And I believe we are all, in spirit, Uyghurs, Tibetans, Falun Gong practitioners, Chinese Christians, Hong Kongers, bloggers and dissidents. And we can leave this place today with that in our hearts and minds and go on fighting for the people who need our help. Thank you.
Before we hear him speak, I will play the national anthems of apologize for the volume. We did the song a bit. Hymn of World Uyghur Congress.
Hold over.
Good afternoon, dear friends, and I am of life and with Uyghur people, with Hong Kong people and Tibetans and all the oppressed citizens of China. I would like to thank all the speakers who came here today and spoke so eloquently about what is happening in the region and also the demands. Especially, it is important, I think, people need to know what we demand from this government and from China, and also from all the fellow citizens. Because only when we unite together and when we demand in one voice, then we can achieve something. I would like to just share a little bit of my own story. I came here in this country in 2000, after the 1990s, and I saw there is no hope, and the brutality can only get worse, not better. And I didn't want to bring up my son in that regime, that one day there is possibility that he would be ended up in prison or now. For the last 20 years, I was unable to go home. For the last 4 years, I was unable to speak to any of my families. On the 1st of January, and when everyone celebrating the new year, I was very sad. And I am sure all my fellow Uyghurs were in the same situation, same emotion. And then I called Jack, who I connected through Twitter, the One World Movement. And I saw the up of Hong Kong and for Tibet. So I called him. How old are you? I didn't know I was speaking to an 18-year-old young man. And he said, I'm 18, I'm a college student. That this is the best gift for me for the new year. 18-year-old young people are to stand up for the Uyghurs, Tibetans, and for all the oppressed citizens. Then there is hope. Alone. When I speak to people, leaders from different community, imams, rabbis, and other religious leaders, and also some community leaders, often I hear, oh, your enemy is too powerful. China is too powerful. I don't know what can I do for you. And I say, I wouldn't ask anything what you cannot do. Do what you can. It is important that people unite together at this very difficult time, especially for Uyghur people. We are going through the darkest period of history, where we have up to 3 million, maybe even more, human beings, children, all being incarcerated in these so-called re-education camps. It's a modern concentration camps. People are being tortured, women are raped, they're all being chained. I'm sure people must have read from media all what is happening. As I am speaking, There are young children crying for their, which is children's concentration camp. Still many atrocities, unbearable pain that we are experiencing at the moment. Ask me, Rahima, how are you getting out? How are you coping? How are you coping with this situation? And the only hope I have is people, because I see people fighting with me. And I saw more hope this year when I saw One World Movement and organizing this event. And this kind of event is not the first or the last. This is a global movement. We need global women movement led by young people and by faith group to condemn the most evil regime on this planet. Thank you for coming and stand with Uyghurs. Freedom for Uyghurs. Freedom for Uyghurs. Freedom for Uyghurs. Freedom for Tibet. Freedom for Hong Kong. Freedom for Hong Kong. Freedom for Hong Kong. Freedom for Hong Kong. Close the concentration camps. 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 Thank you very much.
Sorry. I would like to invite Dr. Sheikh Ramsey, Oxford Imam, to speak. He has been doing a lot for the Uyghur cause, and we would like to. Yeah, we would like to hear from him. Thank you. Still not working.
Can I have the microphone, please?
That's okay, that's okay.
Microphone.
My brothers and sisters and friends, I greet you with Islamic greeting of peace. Assalamu be upon you all. As one of the representatives of Muslims in the United Kingdom, I am speaking here, and as an Imam of Oxford University, of course. My brothers and sisters, this is against the human right. What the China doing is against the human right. 3 million people, 3 million Uyghurs are in the concentration camps. They kill them, they destroy them, they take their organ away. You have to know they take their organ away and sell it to the world, and no one knows. They're going to be missed completely. Many friends, many brothers, many sisters of them have been missing. He said, where are you? He said, we don't know. It is an evil camp. It is an evil camp. No one must be prosecuted. No one must be prosecuted. No one must be prosecuted because of is a basic human right. Remember the Holocaust. Do you remember the Holocaust? 6 million people died because of their religion. We said never again, but it's happening. It happened in China. It happened in India. It happened in Uyghurs. It's happening. Wake up. It is crime if you don't bring your voice up. They can't do anything. They look to us.
It is crime, it is sin if you don't bring your voice up. We should be united. No one must get prosecuted. Of a choice, and it is a basic. We have to tell the China. We have to tell the China you are evil, doing evil. It's not only the China doing evil to the Uyghurs. It's doing it to many others and bullying the world. And India as well. We got 2 million people. In India, which has been denied of their rights, and they are making a prison camp for 2 million people. Where are we? We have to get united, my brothers and sisters. We have to get united. We are as the first human and the come in the religion or who is the richer, who is the whiter, who is the black. We are all human and brothers and sisters in humanity. Therefore, what we need to do, we need to close these prison camps. We need to free our brothers and sisters. We need to and it is the responsibility, any and every of us, my brothers and sisters. Don't forget that. Any and every of us. We have to lobby this government. We have to lobby all the governments, all the right government. This government can do a lot for the China. It goes against the China. This government can do a lot for going to get the justice on ICJ for the Rohingya. They can do it. We have to ask. We have, of course, here, we have a next week we have a demonstration in front of the Foreign Office for the ICJ to support the Rohingya. Genocide happened to Holocaust. Genocide happened to many places, and still we turn in our face back and don't say anything. These are genocide. It can happen to us. It can happen to our brothers. It can happen to our sisters. It can happen to our mothers. It can happen to our families. It's not happening to them, and I'm okay. Our responsibility. We have to honor our responsibility. Please, my brothers and sisters, chant with me. China, China, close those evil camps. China, China, close those evil camps. Close those evil camps. China, China, 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 close those evil camps. What we want justice. What we want justice. When we want it now. What we want justice. When we want it now. What we want justice. When we want it now. What we want justice. When we want it now. What we want justice. When we want it now. God bless you. God bless you all, brothers and sisters. All get together, especially the faith, brothers and sisters. We have to all get together, united to release our brothers and sisters. Free. We need to. Jazakallah khair. Thank you.
Xi Jinping, shame on you! Xi Jinping, shame on you! Xi Jinping, shame on you! Xi Jinping, shame on you!
Thank you for all the speakers. Conclude all the rundown for today. We are going to finish with a few chanting. So please follow me. Release political prisoners.
Release political prisoners!
Release political prisoners.
Release political prisoners!
Release political prisoners.
Release political prisoners!
So as you heard, the speeches are finished, so let's just have a look and see. There's quite a lot of people actually who've turned up. So probably go across the other side of the road, see.
declining now.
Human rights sentence declining now.
Freedom for Uyghurs.
Freedom for Uyghurs.
Close the concentration camp.
Close the concentration camp.
Freedom for Uyghurs.
Freedom for Uyghurs.
Close the concentration camp.
Close the concentration camp.
Close the concentration camp.
Close the concentration camp.
Freedom for Tibet.
Freedom for
Freedom for Tibet.
Freedom for Tibet.
Fight for freedom. Stand with Hong Kong. Fight for freedom. Stand with Hong Kong.
Fight for freedom. Stand with Hong Kong.
Fight for freedom. Stand with Hong Kong.
Fight for freedom. Stand with Hong Kong.
Okay, thank you very much.
你撳到歪啊！你個睇住啦，先。
We are going to. We are trying to take a good photo so with everyone could come closer together so the cameraman can take everyone in the photos.
Can we always move to the center? We are trying to arrange for a group photo. Please, thank you. We are trying to take a group photo. People, please move to the center. The people holding the demands, please stand in the front so that we can the demands can be clearly shown in the picture.
腳軟啊！shit！ 哇，你這樣子越不過車，越不過車，只是看夠不夠歪。這個夠歪嗎？哎，你的歪一點哦。哦，歪了，我幫你拍一張。我很歪了。
Everyone look at the
So you can see how many people turned up. They're all lining up for a photo.
We're waiting for the car to clear away, then we take one.
Thank you for your patience.
Held. So,
Please look at the camera at the opposite row. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So I think that's the end of the protest today. So rare opportunity for it to be one continuous stream. 好少見啊，冇斷幾橛。但係今日因為冇周圍行咧，就變咗可以係一次過拍晒 live stream 晒。So the flags are going. So lots of fellow journalists.
Yes, my concert actually. Thursday. Oh, I have there.
So that umbrella with the piglet still gets me.
Yeah, well, no, as in not that they had Hashim to contact. But they'll be a lot more like okay with it because they spent
Okay, yeah.
They were just basically saying like yeah, everything was.
Winnie the Pooh. Quite a lot of different people still.
I know, I think.
See if we can. That's Ben Rogers from Hong Kong Watch.
Maybe like a national day, they try this national day, October the 1st.
So posters with a lightsaber.
When we celebrate.
So free world, we are one.
Government. 1st of October 1949.
So look, so you got the masks from the LIHKG forum.
Rohingyas, I wonder as a Rohingya. Don't forget that.
So what they're doing is there's lots of literature to be given out.
International Court of Justice for the bringing genocide. And they bring it. This country bring it, and we need the people like you to be there to lead it. You should come in here, okay?
And sorry, Imam, what is this event? If you could tell, because I'm streaming at the moment.
Of course. This is, of course, justice for Rohingya. We are asking the government to help us and help us in the ICJ, which is the international criminal justice, to bring a perpetrator of the genocide in Rohingya to the court of justice. And of course, what we do here is on 22nd of January, 2 to 3 at Foreign Office.
And that's the Foreign Office in London, in King Charles Street.
That's right.
So not the Whitehall Foreign Office people.
No.
And Imam, could I ask you a couple of questions based on your speech?
Right.
So although you're an Imam, you're a religious leader, but your speech focused on the fact that religion is really second.
Yes, of course. We are human. We are human in the first. When we born, all after that the religion came. It were all brothers, all sisters, and after that we can choose the religion for ourselves. It's a freedom of the religion. Each one, as our holy book says, you are with your religion, I am with my religion, and peace be with you.
This is a very important, which we know we are brothers and sisters in the first place, humanity. And after that become religious. Therefore, if there is any, for example, famine somewhere, which they are not, for example, Muslim, we are responsible to feed them. It's not because they are not Muslim. If it, brothers and sisters in humanity, that's first, and the second is religious and freedom of religion.
So what would you say to some people who have the point of view that they say, oh, it's the Uyghurs, it's not my problem, I'm not a Uyghur, you know, therefore I don't need to say anything. What would you say to people like that?
We have to advise them because they are human. It could happen to myself, to yourself, to anyone, to all our family. These are our families, and therefore we have to help them as a human. If we are human, we should help them. This is the only thing which I can say. But of course, it is not. They say, oh, I'm okay, and he's a bigger. I've got myself for example, in Kashmir. I've got a problem in Kashmir. I'm sorting. No, it's all the same. All because they are human. All suffering. Sufferings are the same. Therefore, we have to be voice for the voiceless, and bring justice and freedom for all. And by the grace of God, we bring a peace. We bring a peace to the world very soon. We say, inshallah.
Thank you very much, Imam. Would I be able to take one and post it up on Twitter? Thank you.
If you want to come, that'd be great. And of course, you can take all the things. Very kind.
Thank you.
And this one has perhaps for India. It's exactly the same thing.
Thank you, Imam. So, look at the umbrella. The famous second mark of the umbrella. So you got the different slogans. So this one here is, and then this one says "Not one less." Liberate Hong Kong. Revolution of our times. So Piglet. Can I just ask, why have you got Piglet on the top of your umbrella? Best buddies with Winnie the Pooh. I see. So you can see it says it's Piglet with a blindfold, Carrie Lam, and she recently said that in a press conference, no such thing as police brutality. Oh, yeah, and sanction me at the back. Thank you.
Excuse me. Do you have like a channel or anything?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I love the Winnie the Pooh mask. Though. I kept looking at them earlier. Yeah, I do. Actually, if you go on my website, there's you can find the links to the social media right at the bottom. Easy enough. Thank you.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, no problems. Thanks. So the Li8kg masks are out. So it's a Falun Gong practitioner this is like a static protest now opposite the Chinese embassy, which is just there. So I think that's probably about it for today. So just gonna leave you guys with one overall view. Unless there's anyone we can talk to. Hi. Are you part of the One World movement?
Yes.
And can I? Hi, Jack. So I'm streaming at the moment.
Okay. Who am I addressing?
So this is going out to Twitter. So whoever's watching, yeah. So what is it that caused you to want to do this in terms of the One World movement?
Like I said, we actually had an interview. I'll just repeat the same thing. So we're from like a multi-faith, multicultural background in Luton. I don't know if you've heard of it. And so I've grown up with all these people from all these different places. The second I see people that they would consider as family and brothers across the world getting attacked, we can't just sit and say nothing. You have to get involved. Also with Hong Kong, we have a responsibility to get involved. As we all know, at the sign of British Joint Declaration, we need to honour that, and our government isn't. As a result, it's down to the public to hold the government to account. That's why we've all kind of come together. We run a different state.
Do you think the British public know a lot about what's going on?
No, That's the problem. We hear about it on the news, and that's the kind of extent of it. And everyone goes, "Oh, that's a shame," but there's not enough. And that's not the fault of the British public, but that's why it's down to groups like us to spread the message.
And do you have a social media
Yeah,
that you can tell the viewers? Yes.
Yes. Search One World Movement on Twitter, but remove the T because somebody already took that. Otherwise, on Instagram, it's One World Movement. You should see us tagged and other things like that. But go give us a follow, and if we have anything else, we'd love to see everyone come down.
Brilliant.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Cheers. Oh, I think that's about it. Not sure there's much more to go on at the moment. So I'm just going to leave you now with just a general overview. We'll stream the next one soon, hopefully.